Every time someone speaks English to you, a little voice inside your head starts working. It translates, it searches, it calculates. And by the time your brain is ready to reply, the moment is already gone. What if I told you that voice is the only thing standing between you and real English fluency? Today, we're going to silence it. Forever. Welcome back to ESL Voice, where real English learning happens every single week. Today, we are tackling one of the most requested topics from our community, how to think in English and stop translating in your head. And I have brought in someone truly special today. My guest Tom spent years struggling with exactly this problem, studied linguistics and language acquisition, and now coaches hundreds of learners worldwide on how to rewire their brain for English fluency. Tom, welcome to ESL Voice.
Thank you, Alex. I'm so excited to be here. This topic is honestly my favorite thing to talk about.
What is thinking in English really?
Tom, let's start from the very beginning. When we say think in English, what does that actually mean? Because I think a lot of people hear that phrase and have no idea what it looks like in real life. Such a great starting point, Alex. So when most learners hear something in English, here's what happens inside their brain. English words come in, brain converts them to mother tongue, person thinks of reply in mother tongue, brain converts reply back to English, person finally speaks. 4 steps, every single time. And that whole process happens in seconds? In seconds, and it is absolutely exhausting. Thinking in English means cutting out those middle steps completely. English comes in, meaning appears directly. You want to reply, English words come out directly. No translation, no middle language, no delay. So it's like having a direct road instead of going through 5 different streets? That is a perfect way to describe it. Direct road. I'm stealing that.
Why do we translate in the first place?
Okay, so here's something I've always wondered. Why do our brains translate automatically? Is it something we're doing wrong, or is it just natural?
It's completely natural and actually very smart of your brain. In the beginning, when you first learn English, your mother tongue is your only tool for understanding meaning, so your brain uses it as a bridge. I don't know what this English word means, but I know what the word in my language means. Let me connect them. That bridge is helpful at first.
But then it becomes a habit?
Exactly. The bridge that helped you cross the river starts blocking the river. You no longer need the bridge, but your brain keeps using it automatically. The goal is not to destroy the bridge. The goal is to build a new direct road that your brain starts choosing instead. So it's about building new habits in the brain, not fighting old ones. Perfectly said. You never fight old habits, you replace them with stronger new ones.
The first step to stop translating. Tom, let's get practical. Someone is watching this right now. They translate everything in their head, every single word. What is the very first thing they should do to start breaking that habit? The first thing I tell every single student I work with is this: stop learning words, start learning chunks. Chunks? What do you mean by chunks? Most learners study English like this. They learn one word at a time. Apple means apple. Beautiful means schunder. Tired means clownto. Word by word, translation by translation. Every new word gets a translation stamp in the brain. Right, so the brain automatically connects every English word to a mother tongue word. Exactly, and that connection never breaks. But when you learn chunks, you learn whole phrases together. Not just tired, but I'm absolutely exhausted right now. Not just happy, but I'm so happy I could cry. Not just difficult, but this is way harder than I expected. You feel the meaning of the whole phrase as one single unit. No translation needed. Because the phrase itself carries the emotion. Exactly. Emotion is the enemy of translation. When you feel something in English, you stop needing to translate it. The image technique.
That's fascinating. Do you have other techniques? Because I feel like learning chunks is powerful, but what about single words? Some words you just have to learn, right?
Absolutely. And for single words, I teach what I call the image technique. Ooh, tell me everything. Okay, so when you learn a new word, most people immediately think of its translation. Devastated means, and then the mother tongue word appears. Instead, I want you to close your eyes and create a picture in your mind. For devastated, imagine yourself sitting on the floor, head down, shoulders dropped, everything you worked for, gone. Feel that image. Don't translate it. So instead of word translation, it's word
image, feeling. Word, image, feeling, meaning. And here's the beautiful thing. Images don't have a language. A picture of someone crying doesn't need to be translated. You just understand it. That's actually brilliant because your brain stores the feeling, not the translation. And feelings are accessed much faster than translations. That's why when you're emotional, words just come out naturally, without thinking, without translating. Emotion bypasses the translation process entirely.
Daily exercises to build English thinking. Okay, Tom, I want to give our viewers some very specific daily exercises. What can someone do every single day to train their brain to think in English?
I have 3 exercises that I give all my students, and these work incredibly fast if done consistently. Exercise 1, the running commentary. Every morning, narrate what you are doing in English, out loud or in your head. Both work. I'm waking up, I feel tired, I'm walking to the bathroom. The floor is cold, I need coffee. Simple, ordinary, real. This trains your brain to attach English words directly to real-life experiences, not to translated words.
So English starts connecting to real life instead of connecting to your mother tongue.
Exactly right. Exercise 2, the dream journal. Every morning when you wake up, write or record your dream in English, even if it's just 2 sentences, even if it makes no sense. Dreams are emotional. They are visual. Describing them in English forces your brain to find English words for feelings and images, not for translated vocabulary.
Oh, I love that. Dreams have no language, so you have to build the English from scratch.
Beautifully said. From scratch, every time. Exercise 3, English internal monologue. This one is the most powerful and the most uncomfortable at first. Every time you have a thought in your mother tongue, immediately say it again in English, inside your head. You're sitting in traffic thinking, hey, jam, kata konta be. Immediately follow with, how long is this traffic going to last? Every single thought. At first, it feels slow and strange. After 2 weeks, it starts feeling natural. After 1 month, English thoughts start coming first.
So you're literally rewiring which language your brain reaches for automatically.
Nodding. Rewiring. That's the perfect word. The brain is like a muscle. Whatever you exercise most grows stronger. Right now, your mother tongue muscle is bigger. These exercises slowly build the English muscle until one day it becomes the dominant one.
What if you get stuck mid-sentence?
Tom, here's a very real situation. Someone is speaking English. They're doing great. They're thinking in English. And then, suddenly, they can't find the word. The English word just disappears, and the brain immediately jumps to the mother tongue. What do you do in that moment?
This happens to everyone, even advanced speakers. And most learners make the same mistake in that moment. They stop. They panic. They go silent. They apologize. And that silence breaks everything.
So what should they do instead?
Keep talking. Always keep talking. English has beautiful tools for exactly this situation. When you can't find a word, you say, how do I say this? What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean. It's kind of like the thing that. These phrases buy you time. They keep the conversation flowing, and they sound completely natural to native speakers.
So native speakers do this too?
All the time. Native speakers forget words constantly. They say, what's that word? Or, it's on the tip of my tongue. Hesitation is human. It's not failure. The difference is, fluent speakers hesitate in English. They keep the language running even while searching for the word.
So the goal is to hesitate in English, not switch to your mother tongue when you get stuck.
That's the whole game right there. Stay in English no matter what. Even if what comes out is imperfect, stay in English.
How long does it take? Tom, the question everyone wants to ask, how long does it actually take to start thinking in English naturally?
Honestly, it depends on one thing. Not your age, not your level, not your country. It depends on how much time you spend inside English every day. For someone who does the 3 exercises I mentioned, who actively works on this every single day, I usually see the first signs in 3 to 4 weeks. Small moments, tiny flashes. You catch yourself thinking in English about something small. I'm hungry, or it's raining. And you realize you didn't translate it. It just came.
That must be such an incredible feeling. Students message me when it happens. At midnight sometimes. Tom, I just thought in English. I didn't even try. It just happened. That moment is everything. Because once it happens once, it starts happening more and more. Like a snowball rolling downhill. Exactly like that. Slow at first, then unstoppable.
Tom's personal journey.
Tom, I have to ask you something personal. You coach people on this now, but did you ever struggle with translating in your head?
Did I struggle? Alex, I was the worst at this.
Really? Tell me everything.
When I first started seriously learning English, I was translating every single word. I couldn't watch a movie without pausing every 30 seconds. I couldn't read a paragraph without a dictionary open. And speaking? I remember once I was in a shop abroad. Simple situation. I wanted to buy a bottle of water. The shopkeeper asked, "Anything else?" And my brain froze completely. I knew those words. I understood them. But I was so busy translating in my head that I just stared at him, said nothing, paid and walked out.
Oh no! That is so painfully relatable. So relatable.
And I walked out of that shop and I made a decision. I said to myself, I am never going to let translation steal my voice again. That was the moment everything changed for me. Not a course, not a book, just that one decision. That decision. I will not let translation steal my voice. Tom, that gave me chills. It still gives me chills. Because every learner has that moment available to them, right now, today. The decision costs nothing, but it changes everything.
Tom, this conversation has been one of my absolute favorites on this podcast. The direct row, the image technique, the running commentary, the dream journal. Don't let translation steal your voice. I have pages of notes right now. Tom, thank you so much for being here today, for being honest, for being real, for giving our viewers something they can actually use starting today. Thank you, Alex. And to everyone watching, the moment you decide to think in English is the moment your English life truly begins. Start today. Start small, but please start. Now, if today's episode gave you even one new idea to try, hit that thumbs up right now. It genuinely helps us reach more learners who need to hear this. Subscribe to ESL Voice and join thousands of learners who are growing their English every single week. And I want to know, which exercise will you try first? The running commentary, the dream journal, the English internal monologue? Tell me in the comments. In English. Even one sentence counts as practice today. Coming up next on ESL Voice, how to understand fast English speakers, even when they swallow their words. You asked for it, it's coming, and it's going to be a good one. Until then, keep thinking, keep speaking, keep growing. This is ESL Voice, and we believe in you always. See you next time. Bye, everyone. Think in English today.